Well, I think we all know that the club needs a massive root and branch overhaul, right from the playing staff on the field, through the coaching staff, to the academy, and to the system that brings through players. Now, with Rangers' stated aim being to foster and develop an aggressive, that was their words, aggressive trading model. The trading model obviously is designed at bringing through as much money as possible into the club's coffers to obviously enable us to not only develop the club on and off the field, but to purchase players to ensure continued success at home and in Europe. That is why you have a trading model. Now, a trading model works on the basis that whilst obviously we sign some experienced players that are not perhaps for that trading model more as a core to a team, you still need you need to obviously supplement that with a lot of young players who you can develop, make better, and then sell on. Now, that comes right from youth academy level all the way through to first team level. And we've certainly seen, over the January transfer window and the rumours that are circulating at this moment in time around the summer transfer window, that young players do seem to be the targets. Obviously, Diamande, young player; Oscar Cortez, another young player; Jose Cordoba is a young player; Rahile Mafakeng, again, another young 19-year-old player. Some more young players that we brought in, obviously, to develop and improve and take this squad on to the next level, and then hopefully flip for several £1 million down the line to enable Rangers to continue to develop as a club and to obviously take away Celtic's stranglehold from the Scottish Premier League. Now, one of the situations that is currently vacant at Rangers is the director of our academy. Now, Zeb Jacobs, who was the Belgian in charge, has now left and is taking up a post on long line with that at Feyenoord. He was also headhunted as well by Manchester City. Now, Rangers are currently on the lookout for a new academy director. Niels Koppen and the rest of the football board are very much in the active hunt mode when it comes to that director. Now, this appointment for me is absolutely key. Obviously, Zeb Jacobs has put foundations in place there. I'm listening to his rather impressive interview in January about how the club is moving forward in terms of player development plans, player strength and conditioning plans, player fitness programs, player exchange programs with RB Leipzig, the games that they play against some of the top academies around Europe. Like Monaco, for example, like Liverpool, Manchester City, who they've all played in recent years. And we've certainly seen some of the more recent under-18s that are coming through look quite impressive. Obviously, Ross McCausland has made the first team and has done well this season, despite criticism from some of our supporters. You look at the youth players that are currently coming through at this moment in time. Robbie Fraser, who I thought has been very good in the games that he's been used so far. John Lee Yefeko, another name, Leon King, who I think the verdict is very much 50-50 on him. Bailey Rice, who hasn't had yet a chance to impress, but is certainly very highly rated at the club. Cole McKinnon, again, another one who is very highly rated at the club, and in some circles is even seen as a possible long-term replacement for James Tavernier. Paul Nisio, Archie Stevens, Shaka Thompson, Josh Gentles, all names that are linked at this moment in time with first team minutes. Josh Gentles, a striker who is seemingly scoring for fun. Now, the development needs to be there to continue to bring those players through. Now, one of the names that has been targeted by Rangers, according to media reports in Denmark and in Scotland, is Gareth Henderby. Now, I know a lot of people will go, who? So Gareth Henderby, what do we know about Gareth Henderby? We know that he is a coach that has had a lot of experience in working at youth academies and at youth talent and bringing through an awful lot of youth talent. Now, where's the link? What's the reason for him being so highly regarded? A name that, perhaps is not household. Well, Henderby started as technical director of the Right to Dream Academy in Ghana, the academy that is credited with bringing through an awful lot of playing talent for FC Nordsjælland in Denmark. Names like, obviously, Mohamed Diamande, currently with us, Kudus, who is currently with West Ham, for example, and a number of other players. Now, we'll get to his now work that he's obviously his present position, which is as the academy director for Nordsjælland. Now, the Right to Dream Academy, which is in Ghana, is exceptionally highly rated and has, like I said, identifies a lot of talent from across the continent of Africa, as well as pulling in boys from all across other areas of the world. In his time overseeing the Right to Dream Academy, which is not formally attached to a club, even though Nordsjælland do have a large part in helping to run that academy, has seen the Right to Dream Academy move into the top 20 youth academies in world football, thanks to a lot of the work that has been done by Henderby. These rumours have been further fueled by the fact that Gareth Henderby was in attendance at the Rangers Celtic game, the 3-3 draw at Ibrox in April. And this is what he tweeted out from the game, a picture of Ibrox and Ready. Now, people have obviously read a lot into that. Now, I'm just saying that he's probably ready for the game. That's why he's posting it. It's probably got no other hidden meaning other than that. He's Scotsman. He probably, he could well be a Rangers fan. I think he probably might be, and he's probably just attending the game. Now, a lot of media are currently putting together 2 and 2 and getting 6 and 5 and 15 million and 27 and 83, and saying that this is because Rangers were getting him there to look at him, to interview him, to get him involved with the youth academy. Now, I'm not saying for a minute that is the case, but what I'm saying is that is a tweet that has been quoted time and time again. Henderby currently works for the FC Norgesland Academy at the club. Now, he is responsible for, like I said, bringing through some absolute top talent at this club, talent that has been sold on for masses of money. And, certainly he has the ability to scout talent, young talent that can be brought in and then obviously sold on for vast sums of money, something that that Rangers are exceptionally keen to sort of harness and bring to the club. During his time with Norgesland, Henderby, the young players that Henderby's either brought to Norgesland via the Right to Dream Academy or through Norgesland, he's sold players with a value of up to 68 million for those players, generating 68 million pounds in revenue income for Norgesland, which is absolutely phenomenal. And, certainly if we had a position where we were having an academy director who developed these players that we then used in the first team and then sold on. Now, another thing that Henderby has been credited with is getting these players ready for first team football. Again, something that breaks down very badly at Ibrox. That transition from youth team to first team is something that I know Philippe Clement mentioned in a recent press conference as wanting to develop, as wanting to get those young players involved on a more regular basis with the first team. So therefore making that step up from B team, from under 18s to the first team, less of a major setup. I mean, if you look at the amount of money that he's generated, Ernest Newmar, he generated 21 million for, which is an absolutely phenomenal amount of cash. Ibrahim Osman was transferred for 18 million. Kalamaden Sulemana is now at Southampton, who are obviously in the playoff final this weekend. Again, a undisclosed but thought to be a substantial fee in excess of 10 million. Mohamed Kudus, who is at West Ham, was signed for 8 million by Ajax. Mohamed Diamande, obviously at Rangers, rumoured to be around about 5 million. Simon Adingra, who is a winger at Brighton in the Premier League, again signed from Norgesland. The list is very long, and it seems like a very impressive name, a very impressive figure for the club to be involved with, and certainly someone I think that we should definitely be looking at. He is just looking like a person who could come in, help to revolutionise this academy, help us to bring through young players, not only to benefit the first team and enable us to have success. And I think, if we're bringing in more young Scottish players who've come through our system, who are indoctrinated with the Rangers way, the more success you're going to have there, the less mentality questions, the less worries you're going to have over these players, knowing what is expected and knowing the standards that you have to be a Rangers player. Add to that as well, the more players that we can develop, the more money we can generate for the club, the more money we can then invest in the playing squad to help us remain successful at home and in Europe. So it's certainly an exciting link to Gareth Henderby, certainly someone I hadn't heard of before today. So like I said, I've gone away and done a little bit of research into him. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments down below. And please obviously subscribe to the channel and help us to keep on growing. Thank you for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation, guys. And as always, on the way out, 2 things I ask of you. Number 1, smash that like, it beats the algorithm. And number 2, remember always, we are the people.